Hello, teachers, administrators, and district coordinators. My name is Mary McCarley, and I am the National Content Specialist with Goodheart-Willcox. In this presentation, I'll provide you a brief overview of Welding Fundamentals, and will show you how to navigate the online platform. Welding Fundamentals is designed to provide students with a strong understanding of the underlying theory and skills required for successful welding, with a strong emphasis on safety. It provides all the information needed to help students develop proficiency with the most common welding processes, thermal cutting, welding symbols, and basic print reading, and joint design and fit up. The text also introduces students to welding inspection and testing. It covers all the key indicators for AWS Sense Level 1 certification, and ideal for all courses leading to Sense Level 1 certification. Welding Fundamentals is written for students, apprentices, journeymen, and individuals who wish to learn to weld. This book covers the equipment and techniques used for the welding and cutting processes most often employed in industry today. Each section covers processes such as shield metal arc welding, gas metal arc welding, flux cord arc welding, gas tungsten arc welding, plasma arc cutting, oxy-fuel gas cutting and welding, and resistance welding. Each chapter begins with learning objectives and technical terms, which have direct review practice in the end of chapter assessment. Each chapter also opens with the GW Learning Companion website icon, which identifies related content available on the GW Learning Companion website. You will see the icon throughout the text. Students can click on it for an interactive learning experience. Illustrations are found throughout the text. Step-by-step exercises are highlighted throughout the text as well to provide clear instructions for hands-on activities that reinforce concepts and techniques presented in the text. Notes provide you with advice and guidance that is especially applicable for on the job. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, employment of welders, cutters, solderers, and brassers is projected to grow 8% from 2020 to 2030. The first chapter is devoted to the types of careers a student can pursue with a welding background at various educational levels. General welding safety is covered in Chapter 2. Cautions and warnings features are embedded into the text wherever they apply. Safety concerns are presented in bold red type throughout the book to make students aware of things that could potentially endanger their safety or the people around them. End of chapter assessment includes a summary feature that provides an additional review tool for students and reinforces key learning objectives. Review questions demonstrate knowledge, identification, and comprehension of chapter material. STEM connections are activities that help students relate the material presented in the chapter to the areas of science, technology, engineering, or math. Curricular connections are activities that help students apply their welding knowledge to other academic areas, including social studies, language arts, and critical thinking. Communicating about welding improves students' language skills by having them listen, write, and speak about welding-related topics. As I mentioned earlier, our textbook is interactive and allows students to click on an activity icon to take them to an interactive learning experience. These activities include e-flashcards, matching activities, vocabulary games, and chapter review questions. The lab workbook combines review activities and practical applications that relate to the content of the textbook chapters. Questions in the lab workbook chapter reviews are designed to reinforce the textbook content and help students review their understanding of terms, concepts, theories, and procedures presented in each chapter. Hands-on assigned jobs provide an opportunity to apply and extend knowledge gained from the textbook chapters. The assigned jobs are designed to be completed in the welding lab with instructor guidance and supervision. Lastly, students will have access to our video clip library, which includes 30 video clips to supplement and reinforce classroom instruction and lab demonstrations. Online instructor resources are comprehensive, time-saving teaching tools organized in a convenient, easy-to-use online bookshelf. Lesson plans, answer keys, PowerPoint presentations, ExamView assessment suite software, and other resources are available on demand 24/7 from home or school. Teachers will have access to the student textbook, lab workbook, video clip library, companion website, and the online instructor resources. The student online platform will be very similar but will not include the instructor resources. For those schools who choose to integrate with a learning management system, your online platform will appear differently than what you see on the screen, but the resources will be the same. Now let's take a look at the online platform. This is the online platforms for teachers for Welding Fundamentals. Click on it and you will see the resources that are available. I'll show you how to navigate each of these resources. Let's start with the student textbook. Click on it, and as you can see, the textbook is divided by sections and by chapters. I'll click on Chapter 1, Careers in Welding. On the left-hand side, you'll see a toolbar. The plus allows me to zoom in and see this page closer. Minus, zoom out. The third button down, or the Contents button, takes me to another section or chapter of the book. Click again to close. The fourth button down, or the Resource tab, would take me directly to the companion website. Now remember, the companion website will house the interactive tools from within the pages of the textbook. Students can access it here, or they can find the activity icons within the pages of the book, hover over it, a blue rectangle or square will appear, and click on it to go directly to those interactive activities. Click again to close. Lastly, you can print pages of our text. This could be extremely helpful if you do have a student with an IEP or 504 who needs to mark a hard copy of the text. There's arrows on the left and the right that do take you to the next page of the book. We are on page 4, so page 4 of the digital text will be the same as page 4 of the hard copy of the text. I can jump to another page of the book by typing in here, and I can also search our book by a key term, and it will take me to all the pages of the book that include that key term, and the key term will be highlighted as well. This was an overview of our student textbook. In the top left corner, you'll see the My Bookshelf tab. Click on it, and it will take you back to the main landing page. Next, let's look at the companion website. Remember, you can access the companion website from within the pages of the book by clicking on the icons or the toolbar. You can also access the companion website from the main landing page here. The companion website is divided by chapters. Each chapter will include e-flashcards, a matching activity, a vocabulary game, and review questions. I encourage you to click around and check out these interactive tools. Next, let's look at the lab workbook. I'll again click on Chapter 1. On the left-hand side, you'll see that familiar toolbar, allowing me to zoom in, zoom out. I can go to another section or chapter of the workbook. Click again to close. Now the fourth button down is going to allow me to see the workbook with form fields. But before I click on that, I do want to point out you can print pages of the workbook. I'm going to click on Lab Workbook with Form Fields. Now it's in a format that students will be able to type directly into the form fields. I'll click on from Chapter 1, the chapter review questions. And as you can see, students can type directly in, and upon completion, can submit digitally. I encourage you to click around and check out our lab workbook. Don't forget to also check out the assigned job tasks. I'll once again click the My Bookshelf tab to take me back to the main landing page. Next, let's take a look at the video clip library. Remember, the video clip library will contain 30 video clips to supplement and reinforce classroom instruction and lab demonstrations. I'll click on this video clip, Respiratory Safety. You can see that closed caption is an option, and also students can view the transcript as well. So those were our student resources. Let's take a closer look at instructor resources. You'll see 3 gray tabs. First, resource materials. Introduction, lesson, job, and safety test grade record. AWS Sense Level 1 correlation. Precision exams, welding technician 1 correlation. And answer keys for lab workbook safety tests. Next, you'll find rubrics. I'll minimize this gray tab. Chapter resources. I'll again click on Chapter 1. At the top, I'll find answer keys and lesson plan. I'll also find a PowerPoint presentation. The first version you cannot edit, but the second version that says for PowerPoint, you can edit. I'll minimize chapter resources. Lastly, assessment software and question pools. This is the software that is needed, or the question bank files that would be imported into your learning management system so that teachers can create customized exams for students. If you're choosing to use a learning management system, the learning management system will grade it for you as well. This was an overview of the resources available for Welding Fundamentals. All GW titles are packaged with comprehensive resources to make it easier to prepare for various classroom types. The instructional content in the textbook is integrated with reinforcement and practice at the end of each chapter or lesson, with additional activities to test comprehension. Students get hands-on practice via workbooks or lab manuals. Instructor tools include detailed lesson plans, PowerPoints, solutions, and test banks so you can feel prepared for class. Goodheart-Willcox is pleased to partner with Precision Exams by U-Science to correlate welding fundamentals with their welding technician entry-level certification standards. Students who pass the exam and performance portion of the exam can earn a career skills certification. Now is the time to update your welding curriculum. We offer print resources, digital resources, and bundle for those districts who prefer print and digital resources for students. We integrate with learning management systems, offer rostering implementation options, and teachers can post to other platforms such as Google Classroom. We offer easy, quick implementation, training, professional development, and ongoing support. GW is proud to offer a full line of titles and resources for welding courses and pathways. We are happy to send you a free preview sample for any of the courses you teach, including other titles that cover manufacturing, metalworking, and machining. CTE teachers can request local applications for Perkins grants to purchase materials that support CTE programs, whether it is for professional development, program development, career counseling, or learning platforms. Perkins specifically notes that funds can be used for increasing the effective use of technology within career and technical education programs and programs of study. Each state has a list of allowed expenses, and while print textbooks, workbooks, and lab manuals may not be eligible, instructor resources, online curriculum, activities, and additional support found in our GW online learning suites are purchased by districts all over the country using Perkins funding. Perkins funding is made available each year. Because GW curriculum engages learners in industry skills, career exploration, and prepares them for future opportunities like college, internships and apprenticeships, and careers, GW digital resources and print digital bundles meet the needs for Perkins fundings in your state. Go to the URL on this slide for more information, as well as direct links to the Perkins site for your state. Then you can copy and paste answers to use on your grant application when adopting GW curriculum. If you do not already have access to our online platform, first, contact your GW educational consultant today. Second, schedule a 60-day free preview and try the resources in your classroom. Third, choose GW. Select implementation and training dates, and you are ready to get started. Let's work together to build careers.